In this video, I want to cover price predictions, ecosystem development, where I think Kadena is going to be going short and long term. But what's really revolutionary about Kadena is Pact. I am special ed. I am dyslexic. I have a 5th grade reading level. I can barely spell. In less than 2 weeks with zero legit good documentation from Pact. And by that I mean when I watch their digital course on how to code in Pact, it's so outdated that I actually have to pretty much teach myself how to code in Pact from scratch. So with very little documentation, in less than 10 days, I was able to write and execute my first smart contract by myself, guys. Today in the world, there are over 10,000 Solidity engineers that are making over $140,000 a year. Starting pay, if you Google it, I want to say it's $130,000 per year per engineer. That's what their starting pay with zero experience. You can write some lines of code. You can probably get a job making $130,000 a year, working 40, 50 hours a week from home, from your computer, wherever you want in the world. We're talking about Pact being the most advanced, safest, most secure smart contract language that's in human readable code. What that's going to do for attorneys, businesses, CEOs, all of these big players want to leverage blockchain technology, but it's so confusing and so complicated, most of them don't even bother with it. For the first time in history, we have a smart contract programming language that's in human readable code. And that's going to be so simple in a few years that you will literally be able to teach your 8-year-old kid how to write a smart contract. I would guarantee it. I bet you in less than a few months, I could teach my son how to write a smart contract in Pact. It's really going to be that simple. Right now, we have this massive lack of devs in the industry, and that's why you guys see me working on building a Pact digital course. I personally don't want to build anything. I just need to teach the people that do know how and do want to build things, just need to give them the proper documentation so they can run with it. Now, I don't know if the Kadena team just isn't quite there yet as far as development, if they're still working on a few new iterations or what it is. I know that when I went to take the digital course, the first video I watched, I want to say was Pact 2.0, and now we're on Pact 4. And I've seen Pact 3.0, 3.1, 4.2, 4.5, whatever we're at, right? There's been many upgrades. So I think Pact is still at the stage where it's just continuously evolving. So it'd be kind of hard to make a course and then have to remake another one and then have to remake another one. But I think we're getting really close, and I'm willing to do anything that the Kadena team needs me to do to help build and put that course together for you guys. If you didn't go to school, you dropped out of school, you didn't get a good job, you don't have a college degree, you have a shit job that you hate, you live at home with your parents, you live with your grandparents, you work at McDonald's. During the peak of the bull run, if you had 16 weeks of experience coding in Solidity, you were considered a quote unquote a senior engineer, starting pay $300,000. When else in your life will you be able to teach yourself how to do something that's fairly simple, invest such a little amount of time into learning how to do something like code, and get a job that starts making $100,000 a year, $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year? The opportunities that the Kadena team and that the Kadena blockchain is going to release out into the world. I had people calling me from Argentina yesterday, asking me if I'd come speak at a conference about writing my first smart contract in Pact, because when they told their CEOs that were hosting this convention that there was a smart contract coding language that was in human readable code, he said that he could just see the dollar signs rolling in these CEOs' eyes. That's why I say Kadena is going to be so revolutionary. It's going to change the world. So let's dive into this video. Let's dive into these price predictions. And if you guys want to learn more about trading crypto, or you guys want to learn more about coding in Pact, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive deep. Taking a look at Kadena, we can see that Kadena currently has a circulating supply of around 184 million coins out in circulation. If we take the current price and we times that by the amount of coins in circulation, that gives us a market cap. So roughly across every exchange worldwide, there's roughly $409 million worth of Kadena coins out in circulation. If you invested in Kadena today at $225 and the market cap is $410 million, for you to 2x on that investment and for the price of Kadena to hit $450, the market cap only needs to be $820 million. For you to 10x on that investment and for the price of Kadena to hit $22.50, market cap only needs to be $4.1 billion. 20x, $45, $8.2 billion. 100x, $41 billion, $225. Now, because we are going into a crypto winter, the inflation rate will play an impact on the price of Kadena. So in 2025, Kadena will have released 275 million coins out into circulation. So if we were to break that down on a macroeconomic level, and we were to imply that Kadena had released all coins into circulation. So in my mindset today, even though the price of Kadena is 225, I'm not even looking at it like it's 225. I'm looking like They've released all coins in circulation. My price of Kadena right now is $1.48. So if I think that we're going to go into an extended bear market like we did in 2017, but worse, I'm talking about a complete economic collapse on a global scale, I think what we're going to be looking at is a price of Kadena falling down to lower levels, because unless we have more ecosystem development, which we're at the early stages of Kadena, I'm not sure if we have anything to support or offset the inflation rate. Now, a lot of people look at a blockchain inflation rate and they think it's a bad thing. Kadena's emission schedule is beautiful. It couldn't be any better, honestly. Now, it sucks that we're on the verge of a crypto winter, but the emission rate and emission schedule is designed when a project actually has ecosystem development going on. To properly secure that network, you want to have proper mining rewards and emission schedules. Kadena is still super early, so obviously in the early stages of a project. So here's an amazing article from Blockchain Doug. He is the head of engineering at Kadena. Spicy take: inflation rate is a horrible way to assess a crypto project, especially a young one. The inflation rate at any point in time is the number of coins in circulation a year later divided by the number of coins in current circulation. So future coins divided by current coins. When the bottom number increases, inflation rate decreases, and vice versa. Now imagine you're calculating the inflation rate of a new project from the very beginning. Immediately pre-launch, there are 0 coins in circulation. This means that the inflation rate of a new product is infinity, meaning when a product launches and it goes from 0 coins in circulation to 100,000 or 1 million or 10 billion in coins in circulation, that first year inflation rate is literally infinite. It's so astronomical. But as the project ages, for example, Bitcoin in its early days, the block rewards were 50 BTC. Then it got to 25, right? In the early stages of every single crypto product, they're always putting out more coins. That incentivizes people to secure the network. That incentivizes miners to mine. Emission schedule, right? Kadena grant, the ecosystem, they're giving out rewards. They are putting more coins into circulation because everything that's being built on top of that project, everything that they're doing with those emissions is designed to grow the project long term. We just came out of one of the most parabolic bull runs in the history of the world, and Kadena was this close to being ready to not free fall, right? But a few things weren't in place, so we didn't get to catch that. So that's why we wrote it down 95%. But everything that you want to see a blockchain have, Kadena has, or Kadena is implementing and is about to roll out. So I personally think that it's going to be one of the worst crypto winners that we've ever seen. Hopefully the world understands the power of Kadena, because I know our squad's going to be buying these dips. What you guys choose to do, where you guys choose to place your positions, it's up to you guys. Because I am so bullish on Kadena, it's extremely hard for me to think that the rest of the world won't be, but I don't think Kadena is getting proper media attention. So I don't think that the really big players really understand what potential something like Kadena has, but hopefully they're going to wake up and realize that. If not, these are my key DCA targets. I got limit orders set at $1.50. I'm going to do $1.25, $1.75 and 50. If we swing over to KuCoin right now, you can see my limit buy orders at $1.50, $1.25, and then $1.03. Instead of going all the way down to $1, I like to front run them a little bit. Now, if we swing over to KuCoin and we take a look at the order books, and I'm looking for big whale style buy orders, where are a bulk of the big players looking like they're lining up to buy Kadena? And it looks like at about $1.70 to $1.40, we have quite a massive amount of buy orders. For Kadena to get past $1.10, players need to eat through over $1 million worth of limit buy orders already set in place to catch the dips. And if we go all the way down to 40 cents, so just above my 50-cent target, is when we break above the 2 million mark. So that's really, really exciting. When I'm setting up these crazy low limit buy orders, that's also because I already have 30,000 KDA. So I'm perfectly happy if I don't hit another limit buy order and we only go up from here. If I didn't already have my bags extremely packed, I would be DCAing all the way down. If you swing over to my website, ryan-matta.com, and you scroll down to the bottom, if you just type in your email, it has to be the email that you're actually subscribed to my channel with, so my bot can verify that that email is subscribed to my channel. And if you hit the join button, it's going to generate you a download link as long as my bot can verify that you're subscribed to my channel. What this spreadsheet does is it breaks down like the optimal DCA strategy. So for example, we know that Kadena's peak was 28, and you can apply this to any coin you want. All you have to do is put in the peak of this bull run and the amount you want to invest. So my bankroll is $10,000. Boom. You can also customize this. So we know that Kadena already hit the 95% off price point, which was $1.40. I'm going to go through this really quick. How you change the values of what you want your DCA targets to be. Clicked on this on the number Up here, I change it to 0.08, 0.07, 0.06, 0.05, 0.04. And what that's saying is when price of Kadena is 92% off from peak formation, start DCAing. When it's 93% off from peak formation, 94% off, 95% off, 96% off. Anytime I'm below the 96% level, it doesn't really matter where price is. I'm just able to put more money in because I'm legit 96% off. And you also want to DCA down. Over here, we put in our bankroll. So for example, I'm going to try to put another $10,000 into Kadena between $2.25 and $1.12. When Kadena hits $2.25, I'd put 1,000 in. That's going to buy me 446 coins. When Kadena hits $1.96, I want to buy another 2,500 coins of Kadena. Right here's the quantity, $1.68, 3,500, and the list goes on. You guys can see how it goes. Now, the purpose behind DCAing, even though I'm very, very confident that we're going to be coming down, there are several catalysts that could send Kadena up to a new level, $5, $6, $10, and then it would fall back down to say 4, 5, 6 in the worst of the bear market. We just seen Kadena run from $1.50 up to like 3 something, just like that. Product's super hot, and everybody's sitting on the sidelines right now wondering what that next big play is. So if any one of these catalysts take place, this is why I just don't sell all my Kadena right now and say, yeah, it's coming down no matter what, right? Anytime anybody tells you they guarantee or they know or they're so confident, I guarantee you they are wrong more than they are right. So we just DCA because it's the only safe, smart way to do it. Now, what I'm really thinking, when will I see Kadena at $30? I'm thinking between 2022 and 2023 sometime, only based off of ecosystem development, or if they can get 100 or more dApps. And I mean, not just IDOs, I mean actual dApps that you can actually utilize working, running on top of Kadena. $60, I say we need 200 dApps. $300, we need 1,000 dApps. $600, we need 2,000 dApps. And after you get to some point, I would call it hypernization of Kadena, hyper adoption. I would say hyper adoption will take place in 2023 to 2024. And I would almost guarantee that Kadena will be roughly $300. And these price predictions are done with the 2025 circulating supply. So these are my price predictions with the inflation rate. Now, why am I so confident that everybody, every business is going to want to use the power of Kadena outside of smart contracts being in human readable code, which is just revolutionary? So any business, any lawyer, litigation teams, they can actually look at a smart contract and go, yep, I can present this in court. I can explain this in a court case. Very simple. Boom, it's all human readable. Ethereum's smart contract language or Solidity is just unrealistic to think that any business is going to want to utilize that to grow and leverage their business long term. That being said, we see things like Ethereum. Right now, if you're a business and you wanted to do 1,000 transactions per day, so say you're a hot dog seller outside of a stadium, guarantee you sell 1,000 hot dogs in a day. Or you flip baseball cards on eBay, or you run a Coney Island, or you do anything. Any business that generates 1,000 transactions per day. This would be the breakdown cost on what it would cost your business to use Kadena versus other blockchains. Cardano at 25 cents, which is cheap. When their network gets busy, these fees go up drastically. This $465,000 a year to use Ethereum is if and only if Ethereum gas fees are actually $1.25. So it's very unrealistic to think. AVAX 25,000. If I'm a business, I'm gonna analyze blockchain. I'm gonna go, what blockchain can give me the services that my business needs at the best cost with the highest level of security for my clients? It's a no-brainer. Kadena. Now let's talk about the catalyst. Coinbase listing. What a Coinbase listing would do for a product like Kadena is it offers massive amounts of liquidity. There are a lot of big players in the industry that only want to hold certain assets in their portfolio because of regulations, laws, issues. Coinbase basically provides that security vector, and a lot of them don't want to custody their own crypto assets. They want to hold them. They want to pay somebody else to manage them. They just want to keep them on their balance sheet and they can sell them off whenever they want. So at first I was like, maybe Coinbase isn't the greatest because without the ecosystem development, it'll pump the price of Kadena up and then it'll drop back down. So there's talks of a Coinbase listing. Any exchange that chooses to not list Kadena, the only people that are losing are their customers, because Kadena is going to be such a powerful asset. Whatever one of these big exchanges chooses to get in bed with Kadena, whether that's FTX like Sam Bankman-Fried did for Solana, or if that is CZ. You know, we've already seen CZ dropping tweets about it. They've listed Kadena. We've seen the Kadena team on the Pompolano podcast. I had no idea that Anthony Pompolano and all these big players actually know who Kadena is. Coin Bureau. You know, I was putting so much clout on Coin Bureau, I had no idea he was a paid actor. So because he's such a paid actor, I would assume that whoever he works for is like, yeah, don't put out any Kadena videos. We want to get more Kadena in our portfolio, so just don't put it out yet. So Coin Bureau has not put out a Kadena video. And he talks about the merge and all these other things like they're going to be the greatest thing since sliced bread. I just don't believe it. I don't know why I don't really know why. I know why, because he's got a big bag of ETH and he's going to make so much money from being a validator. We also have enterprise grade clients that we don't know about. We also have major VCs and whales that are probably sitting on the sidelines, if not DCing in. I would assume that's where that $1 million is in limit buy orders. And then we also have DeFi, NFTs, DEXs, and IDOs. So if the Kadena dev network starts getting bigger, if there's more documentation on Pact and people can build, it's going to be revolutionary. It's going to happen quick. So if we take a look at Kadena on the charts, we have several key levels. One of the key things I want to point out is most projects have already returned to their summer low. So what makes Kadena different, or what separates Kadena? This summer, Kadena was down to 28 cents. It was on flat bottom all the way through, even through the bull run. Kadena really didn't move off bottom because they didn't have the media attention. Nobody understood what Kadena was. Then once the world started to really realize what Kadena was and how powerful it was, Kadena shot up. It was one of the best performing assets. Ran up like 20,000%. Insane. And it's just getting started, right? So with all of that bullish news, do I think Kadena is coming all the way back down to 28 cents? Maybe. But a lot of people are waking up. The rate that the Kadena community is growing is just bonkers. 218,000 freaking followers. Let's go, Kadena. This is what I'm talking about, guys. So it sucks. We're headed into a crypto winter. It blows. But nothing has changed my long-term outlook on Kadena. My short-term, once I realized that, hey, it's really actually difficult to teach yourself how to code in Pact. Once you understand how to code in Pact, it's super simple. I am special ed, dyslexic, mentally challenged, all of the above, and I can figure it out. So if I can figure it out, what do you think everybody else is going to do when they figure it out? Especially people that can actually code. It's going to be crazy. It'll be the fastest growing ecosystem in the history of crypto ever. Again, my name's Matta. Can't wait to see you guys next video. Peace.